Not only do these guys give you the best jazz coverage in the market, they've got you covered with the Mammoth, the Cougars, the Utes, and the Aggies. This is Jake Scott and Ben Anderson on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Sure, why not? Jake and Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Jake Scott, Ben Anderson. Real quick, while Christian finds that, and we can talk some NFL football and something that we're going to disagree on. But let me run this by you, since it's a deserty Friday, and we can be all over the place.
I wasn't trying to stop you from being angry, by the way.
Oh yeah, well this kind of makes.
Sorry, I squashed that.
No, well this kind of makes me angry.
Okay.
But so let me ask you this: you remember when Lance Armstrong left his wife, who helped him through cancer, so he could date Shania Twain? Like
Shania rules, yeah.
And I think all of us thought, like, that's not cool, dude.
It's not great.
She got you through cancer.
Yeah.
She stood by you. She did all that stuff. And, you know, you get some celebrity and you're healthy, and all of a sudden you leave her for Shania Twain. Let me ask you this. Britney Griner has filed for divorce from her wife, I think you pronounce it Shirley. Shirley stood by her while she was in a Russian prison. Advocated on her behalf to get her out, if you remember that whole song and dance. You should have to stay with her, right?
You think that's a...
Come on.
This is a Jelly Roll Bunny XO conversation.
Yeah, a little bit of that, right?
1,000%.
Like, you were down and out. You were in a Russian prison. The only thing that was going to get you out of there was sheer, like, political will, sheer pressure on the right people to get her out, correct?
What did you think her wife's name was? It's either Cheryl or Sherelle.
I said Sherelle.
Did you say Sherelle? Okay. All right. You're probably right, Sherelle. All right.
She was the face of that effort. Get this woman's poor wife out of a Russian prison.
What are the odds Britney came back the same person after the Russian prison?
Probably pretty low.
Does that give her the freedom to change her mind about her life?
Is she in a Russian prison?
No, she's not now.
Yeah, then no.
So you think she needs to bounce back?
Yeah.
She needs to
No. They need to figure out how to keep it together.
Okay. Not to laugh at somebody else's divorce. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying, like, I actually see a world where you go to a Russian prison and you become one of the hottest political topics on the planet for a moment. The president has to negotiate to get you out of prison.
Oh, and exchanged a arms dealer.
Yeah.
Like,
with all due respect to one of the better, like not one of the greatest of all time, but one of the better WNBA players that we've had in the last little while, nowhere near as important as this arms dealer apparently was to Russia. This guy was a high up. I am giving Britney grace. Leave Britney alone. I'm giving Britney grace to come back a different person and realize she wants to live a different lifestyle.
but that lifestyle is not in a Russian.
Leave Britney alone!
That's how I feel.
That lifestyle is not in a Russian prison. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, Ben, if you get me out of a Russian prison, if I am rotting in a Russian prison and you get me out, I owe you, bro. If you get kidnapped and you come back with PTSD, I'm going to give you some space. And if you need to do a different job, I'm not going to let you replace me as your co-host. As long as you're doing this job, I got to be your co-host. Okay, listen, though.
But if you got to quit your job, I'll let you quit your job.
But listen, that's up to you because I owe you. So if you want to take that attitude, good on you. But I ain't leaving you. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay.
You picking up what I'm putting down?
I think you're living in a little bit of a dreamland, but okay.
Brittany was living in a Russian prison.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
She owes her wife a lot because currently she's not in a Russian prison. And by the way, the other famous American who was right there alongside her, and I'm trying to remember, I think he was a journalist for the Washington Post.
Sounds right.
That poor guy's still there.
Is he still there? He's not been released.
No.
Man, Griner's had a hell of a career. Led the league in blocks 8 different times. And twice in scoring.
She should. She's Wilt Chamberlain. She's like 9 feet
She's
tall.
so much bigger than everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she rules. Shout out Britney. Leave Britney alone.
I don't know if she does rule. This
Leave
is a
Britney
pretty.
alone.
This is a pretty
Leave
cold
Britney
move.
alone.
Were you the one defending Lance Armstrong?
I
when he-
told you as soon as you said this, Shania Twain rules. So I get it. I don't know what Sherelle's deal is. Or Cheryl. I don't know what her name is. But I don't know what. Maybe she stinks.
Well, it doesn't matter.
You know what? I'm cool with Jelly Roll leaving Bunny XO too. You're an adult. You get to make that choice. I don't know what Bunny XO was up to. Her name is Bunny XO.
This whole thing lacks gratitude.
You don't think you could be grateful for somebody you get divorced from? I've been divorced. You have not.
No. I have not. Can you be
Me neither, for the record.
Can you be grateful while screwing someone over? Thank
I think
you.
you have a very
Thank you for what you
cold
did for me.
perspective of a
But
divorce.
now I am going to. It says Brittany's leaving her.
It does. You're right. It does say Britney is choosing to end the relationship.
Again, if she wants to leave Brittany, knock yourself right out. Brittany's not the one who can make that decision.
You can't leave your wife who was in a Russian gulag.
After she's out, you can. After you got her out.
I think that's pretty tough. I think that'd be a tough.
So
a tough leave.
you're blaming Sherelle. You'd be mad at Sherelle if she left Brittany.
No,
Is that
I
what
think
you're
that's
saying?
a worse PR. I actually think that's a worse PR perspective of if
Incorrect.
your spouse was a political prisoner and then you divorced them when they got out of jail. I think that makes you look worse than the other way around.
No, at least you got him out first. Or her in this case.
Lance Armstrong's wife leaves him post-cancer. You think that looks better than him leaving her, though she was with him through cancer?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you and I
No.
flat out disagree on this perspective.
Now, if she would have left him during cancer, that might be a
So
little
if
bit of a different story.
Cheryl, well, I don't know exactly, again, how to say her name. I've only seen it in
If she
writing.
would have left Brittany during
During the Russian imprisonment,
that's a bad look.
bad look.
After, whatever. After you could say, well, Brittany probably came back with some problems, and she's probably giving Brittany her space.
Our boss Nate's in there. I want Nate's opinion. Can Nate hear us? Christian, can Nate hear us?
Christian
No, they're not
can't
talking
hear
to
us. So you
They
can be like
tuned
that,
us out.
like that, like that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Christian is just not paying attention. in the
Absolutely
slightest.
nothing.
This is crazy.
Not listening for a second.
And I get our boss is in there, but we are talking directly to our producer, and he's not paying attention to us in the slightest. All
Doesn't
right.
even have it up.
Doesn't
Like
even have it
the
up.
volume isn't even on.
So,
Christian smells like he lives in a dumpster.
yeah, he looks like he lives in a dumpster.
Can you?
You can hear?
I heard partially. Nate was
okay.
telling me some really important stuff.
Is Nate still in there?
No, he's gone now.
I wanted Nate's
That-
opinion.
hence
Wanted
why I'm
Nate to
talking
come
to
in
you.
here. That's the point.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
Christian
get your-
was asking
Oh,
you
I'm
to have
sorry.
Nate come in here.
You've seen the movie Castaway. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Tom Hanks. Christian, you've seen it?
The satanic little ball, apparently.
Wilson? Uh-huh. The volleyball? I don't
Christian
know.
was telling me it's satanic.
It's just a bloody handprint. Helen Hunt, his wife, leaves him because she thinks he's dead. So she doesn't leave him. She gets remarried
Yeah.
because she thinks Tom Hanks is dead.
Right.
They never found the body. Is that okay?
Yes.
You think that's okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Odds are that
Way different.
Odds are that he
Is it?
was. Yeah, Britney Griner was most conferably alive when she was in that Russian prison.
I always felt icky about Helen Hunt leaving, remarrying while her husband died. in
How
a
long
fake
was he
plane
gone?
crash.
It was
Couple
years, right?
Yeah, a couple years.
Brittany Griner was in prison for like 6 months.
10 months.
If that?
Yeah, 10 months.
10 months?
No, if you think somebody's deceased, you got to live your own life.
Okay. I mean, I told you, Tuesday, you can unfollow me on social media the second I flatline. Just move on. It's totally fine. I'm not going to, I truly will not be offended.
I'm sure Helen Hunt wrestled with that very conundrum.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
I kind of wonder if she started playing the field pretty quick.
Just called it. All right, it's over. I don't know.
You remember that crash with my husband? Anyways, what have you been up to?
I don't think they were technically married.
Helen Hunt and
And Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks in the movie?
Yeah.
They're definitely married.
I think
No,
they
I
were
think it's
just
a
dating.
fiance thing.
Yeah.
Fiance thing. Meaning they had to wrestle with that decision while they were writing the script of that movie.
I'm sure.
Because how cold would it make Helen Hunt look if she left her or remarried with a dead husband versus a dead fiance?
And then
That's a real question.
And then you've got a bigamy problem on your hands you have to
Well, as
wrap
soon as
up
he comes back.
when they come back. Yeah, so I'm sure
Who files the papers in that
Pretty sure
situation?
that's like a storyline in the movie. Like he proposes to her before he leaves. Or something.
right.
He gives her the ring for Christmas, I think.
And then says, I never should have gone on that plane.
They didn't want that complication when he returned.
Crazy.
I don't blame him, frankly.
Sure.
It's just easier.
Uh-huh.
Just easier to make him engaged.
I bet you she was trying to get him to stop looking. You're wasting your money out there. Stop looking for him on the island. He's gone.
Wow, you've really taken this a dark way. Shout out to Helen Hunt. Best Helen Hunt movie?
Oh, man. It's not Twister is the answer.
No, it's not.
Yeah. It's not a great movie. Helen Hunt's not in a lot of good movies.
No, she's in one great movie.
Oh, she is. She is. She's in Taxi Driver.
That's not what I was thinking, but sure.
Taxi Driver is great. She's in Taxi Driver.
The one, what's it? Let's see. The guy from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is in it. He won an Oscar.
About Schmidt?
He won an Oscar. He won
As
an Oscar.
Good as It Gets?
That's the one.
As Good as It Gets.
And
About
she won
Schmidt
an
is
Oscar.
the one he did with, what's her name, from Misery that we were talking about, Kathy Bates.
Who else was in as good? Oh, the other half of Stuck on You was in that movie.
Greg Kinnear?
Nice. As Good as It Gets is good.
Okay. I've only seen it once, so I believe you.
Christian has no idea what that movie is or who Greg Kinnear is, for that matter. No clue with Greg Kinnear?
I recognized every name in this conversation until that
You've
one.
seen Little Miss Sunshine. The girl's going to do the dance and singing competition.
The
and
pageant.
The family pushes everybody into the little Volkswagen
Okay, yeah.
bus. They
Yeah.
drive across
The
country.
dad.
Yes.
The dad, who's invented some windshield wiper. He's a loser.
No,
Greg Kinnear
he
always
was
plays a loser.
a self-help guy. He was
that's
trying
right,
to
that's right.
sell his self-help
Yeah,
program.
He's a loser. Yeah. He always plays a loser.
Greg Kinnear always plays a loser?
think so.
Is that his typecast? He's not a loser in As Good as It Gets. Well, kind of, I guess. He gets beat up. Well, yeah, I guess he is kind of a loser in As Good as It Gets. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he always plays a loser. That's his thing.
Don't get typecast as a loser.
That's a tough one.
I'd
but,
rather be typecast as like Tony Soprano than typecast as a loser.
But you know what? You can't spell typecast without cast. And that's the goal for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Keep being in stuff. I've never seen Water Dance with Helen Hunt. Is
Nope.
that any good?
Never seen it. Oh, what's the stupid Tom Hanks movie with Helen Hunt? You Got Mail? No, that's Meg Ryan.
Yeah, it's Meg Ryan.
No, I'm wrong. All right. Man, I haven't seen a lot of Greg Kinnear movies. Shocking.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to play this Baker Mayfield stuff, or should we play it? We
Let's
can play
do
it
a
on
long middle segment.
We could do it on the other side.
Sorry. I threw us off with Britney Griner, and then we got into Helen Hunt.
No, dude. Shout out to what's Brittany's wife's name?
Sherelle.
Sherelle?
Or maybe just Cheryl.
Shout out to Sherelle. I feel for you today.
And I'm saying leave Britney alone.
All right, stay tuned. We'll talk some NFL next. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Leave Britney alone!
Not only do these guys give you the best jazz coverage in the market, they've got you covered with the Mammoth, the Cougars, the Utes, and the Aggies. This is Chase Scott and Ben Anderson on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Jake and Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. I know I always bring this up when we play this bumper, but definitely an example of a cover that is better than the original.
And I disagree.
And I love Bob Dylan.
I like the Bob version better.
But I do like Guns N' Roses too. And this song always makes me think about John Daly.
Okay.
Because he almost died one night. Mm-hmm. And he was back at the bar the next night, and this is the karaoke song he chose.
Okay. Didn't change him at all.
No.
Britney Griner, 10 months in a Russian jail, might have changed her. John Daly, almost dies, heart stops or whatever probably.
Back to being John Daly.
Karaoke the next night.
Hitting the bar, hitting the town.
So people are wired differently.
Speaking of that, let's play this Baker Mayfield sound because, NFL camps are going on. Baker Mayfield has been trying to negotiate a contract extension with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. and was pretty pointed about his feelings about that negotiation. And here's what he said.
Obviously, I've told you guys I've been pretty upfront and honest about my feelings about Tampa. It being home for now our family. We're raising kids here. We love it here. I wanted the deal done and set the deadline and told them it was going to be all ball after that. And I did mean that. And I don't know if they thought I was just going to take some of the offers that they gave, but I really know what I've brought to this franchise, leadership-wise, and even play-wise. It's been some of the best years of my career, and I think it's only going to trend upwards, just being comfortable and feeling that. So disappointing in that regard to not have, to feel disrespected a little bit. And that's really the disappointing part, to feel undervalued after thinking you've earned it. This is not a poor me thing. There's a lot of other people that have it way worse off, but I can sit here and look at other quarterbacks and peers and evaluate myself based on that and put myself in certain categories that I deserve to be compensated for that. And I think I'm a franchise quarterback. I've been told I'm a franchise quarterback. It's been said publicly from ownership down here. And so to not have a deal done is very disappointing, but I said the deadline was a deadline, and I addressed the team to let them know I meant that. It's all ball. I'm with these guys. It's disappointing to say the least, but it's all ball here, and I know I'm going to have a good year. I know this team, the things that we went through last year, put us in a good spot for this year. Depth-wise, a lot of guys being thrown to the fire to be able to grow and learn fast. And it didn't go the way we wanted, but it's a new season, and it's going to help us in the long run this year. Added some new pieces, and so I'm excited about it. It's all ball from here. After today, I'll answer a few more questions about the contract, but after today, I'm not answering anymore because I'm not negotiating anymore.
He's looking for $55 million per, Ben, and a long-term commitment, as he alluded to there.
Per NBC Sports, Jeremy Fowler from ESPN reported that the Buccaneers ultimately offered Baker Mayfield a 2-year deal worth slightly above $100 million in total. While not mentioned in the ESPN article, this doesn't necessarily mean it was a 2-year extension. Given the manner in which the veteran contracts are analyzed, a 2-year, $100 million deal would have had a new money average of $72 million based on the old money of $27.5 million. It's a big contract, but then again, you look at what quarterbacks make in the NFL now, and because the cap goes up so significantly seemingly every year, this is right in line with, I guess, what kind of the market is for a starting quarterback, but not a star quarterback.
Yeah, okay. I honestly think Baker Mayfield kind of stinks, and why would you want him as your long-term franchise quarterback? I think he's a lot closer to Fitzmagic than he is to Tom Brady. Fitzmagic being the pass-around veteran quarterback that was good enough to win you some games, but not good enough to bet your future on.
Right.
So the worst mistake you can make in the NFL, Ben, is paying the wrong quarterback a crazy amount of money, because that then leaves you stuck with the rest of your roster. So if you're telling me that Tampa is having second thoughts about Baker Mayfield being good enough to pay that much, I would say that's probably for good reason. Now, the problem with this is, though, Ben, is you either have to part ways with Baker Mayfield or you have to give him his money. That's his leverage, is it's an all or nothing game. You either part ways with a serviceable quarterback or you give them that serviceable quarterback too much money. And I will tell you, the example that is the danger is the Dallas Cowboys, where they've waffled on Dak Prescott back and forth, and they ended up giving him more money than they would have if they would have just paid him
early on
in the first place, and they ended up doing this franchise dance, and now they're stuck with a quarterback who's not good enough to win the Super Bowl, and they're paying a crazy amount of money for the pleasure. And I would argue they probably would have been better off just tearing off the Band-Aid, letting Dak go somewhere else, and figuring out how to find somebody that's actually good enough to win the Super Bowl for you. But then you run into the danger of, well, what happens if you have Sam Darnold? Do you think that Baker Mayfield is Sam Darnold? I would say no, but that's the risk on the other side, right? All of a sudden, you give up on a quarterback. They go somewhere else for a bargain rate because you wouldn't pay them the high market, so they have to go below market somewhere else, and they end up winning the Super Bowl. But then you'd have to assume that Seattle won the Super Bowl because of Sam Darnold.
Which they did not.
I would agree.
Sam Darnold is the perfect player at that price. That's the important part.
See, that's the hard part.
Brock Purdy, what's Brock Purdy's new contract?
And he's terrible. Yeah.
5 years, 260 million, something around there. Yeah, that's $53-ish million a year. He's not that good. And in fact, the reason why the 49ers made the Super Bowl with Brock Purdy in the first place is he was playing for pennies, and the rest of the team was stacked.
Pro Bowl team.
Yeah. It was a bunch of Pro Bowlers and Brock Purdy.
Uh-huh.
And once you pay Brock Purdy, and now I know they've retooled well, and they still have Fred Warner, and they've gone out and got...
We'll see, though.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see, because they stunk last year.
We'll see how Mike Evans is and what he fits now. I mean, Mike Evans is one of my favorite players in the NFL, but we'll see how he fits. Sure.
Who was the clown that they were saying was better than Brock Purdy last year? Who was his backup that got to play? Oh, yeah, Mac Jones, your guy.
Yep.
Your Bill Belichick's masterful draft pick, Mac Jones.
Yep.
Looking better than Brock Purdy. So they're in a tricky spot with Baker because I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's good enough to pay that kind of dough to get you where you want to go. You need him on a bargain contract so you can pay the rest of the team.
Clearly, this is a thing that's going on. I like Baker more than you do. Believe Baker's a pretty good football player. I'd be fine if Baker's my starting quarterback. But let me present a list to you, also from Jeremy Fowler from ESPN, where he goes out and anonymously gets a bunch of different GMs or people around the NFL, scouts, etc., to vote on the best players at a position.
Okay.
So here's his top 10 players in the NFL.
Okay.
And I think this actually makes a pretty convincing case for Tampa, not for Baker.
Okay.
There's not a lot of surprises here. Number 1, Josh Allen. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. Number 3, Stafford. Number 4, Joe Burrow. Number 5, Lamar Jackson. Number 6, Dak Prescott. Number 7, Justin Herbert. Number 8, Drake May. Number 9, Jared Goff. Number 10, Caleb Williams. 2 of those players have won the Super Bowl? And you're paying them an absolute fortune, a la more so even than Brock Purdy. But once you pay them, the team around you gets worse, inevitably. Now, the Rams are going to have one of the greatest teams we've ever seen, I think, this year. This is a loaded Rams roster. They are finding a way now to have an opportunity to win. But we saw it happen with Kansas City.
Attrition.
You had to get rid of Tyreek Hill. You had to start losing some of your better players. And they've been relevant. And the reason they've been relevant is Mahomes is so good that he did a lot and he had some stars around him as well. But Mahomes was so good. But Josh Allen's never been able to get over the hump despite his immense talent. Joe Burrow's got there, his second year? Got to the Super Bowl. Didn't win. Lamar Jackson's never gotten to the Super Bowl. Dak Prescott's never gotten to the Super Bowl. Justin Herbert has largely been a disappointment as a team quarterback, despite the fact he's had good numbers. Drake May has now been to the Super Bowl, but didn't perform particularly well. Jared Goff did get there, did not win. And in fact, a lot of people thought he was the problem. And then your guy, Caleb Williams, J.U. Weiss. Fingernails is now jumping into this top 10 because he had one really good throw last year in the playoffs.
I know.
And actually, I do like Caleb Williams. But again, if I'm Tampa and I'm looking at, I can give an okay player franchise caliber money to ruin the rest of my roster? Like, the reason actually Baker has looked pretty good with the Rams when he was filling in for an injured Matt Stafford, am I right?
Yeah.
And then looked pretty good for Tampa on a discount deal, was that they had decent talent around him, and he could come in at the right price, and they could have loaded rosters, and that made him look good. And the second you start to pay Baker, you can't afford everybody else. And then Baker probably looks more like he did early in his career when he was not a great player.
I don't know why we give him so much credit for what he did with the Rams.
He played like 3 games and played well.
He started 4. Guess how? Are you looking at it? Or
I'm not. I haven't pulled it up. I Googled him, but I have not pulled it up.
How many? What do you think his touchdown to interception ratio was?
Over 4 games?
Over 4 games.
6 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Okay. That's 2-1. That's pretty good.
So you know what he did with the Rams? Nothing.
Nothing important.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe he rehabbed his image a little bit because
did.
somebody would actually dare to give him a job. But you know what he did with the Rams?
Not a lot.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And then the next year went to Tampa Bay and played all right. I mean, whatever. Last year he had 3,600 yards.
By the way, they went 1-3 in those games with the Rams.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, he didn't do anything with the Rams. But he's been okay. I don't know. 3,600 yards last year, 26 touchdowns, 11 interceptions.
He did lead the NFL in interceptions 2 years ago.
With 16.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But he threw for 4,500 yards. He is a starting caliber quarterback. But he's like the 15th best quarterback. And Tampa is saying, we're not paying you like a top 10 quarterback if you're the 15th best quarterback, or maybe worse. So I don't blame them either.
Maybe they're trying to intentionally anger him to make him play better.
Sure. Or lose him, or chase him out of town, and they don't care.
Well, Christian watches the TV show that he's on. What is it, Love Island?
Quarterback?
Yeah, Love Island, good one.
And says he's the best character on that show because he's got a chip on his shoulder, right?
He's a character.
Because he's a character.
Yeah.
So maybe they're intentionally trying to fan the flames. Honestly, Tampa's really, if that's what they're doing, they're kind of in a no-lose situation because they can always franchise him. They've got all the leverage to keep him on the team if he's good enough. So maybe they're saying, well, go out and prove it.
And they don't have another option to win a Super Bowl, and they're not winning a Super Bowl with him. So I actually don't blame them. In all honesty, and again, I like Baker more than you do. But you're not winning a Super Bowl with Baker, so you shouldn't be, I know it's not a max. I know that's not a thing in football, but you're not giving him all the money in all these years. I know he's only talking about 2 years here, but yeah, you can't afford to pay the wrong guy. He's clearly not the right guy. So they're just biding their time until the right guy presents himself, or they draft him, or whatever happens.
If they were smart, they would just cut him and try to lose as many games as they can.
It's a good quarterback draft this coming year. Go get your guy. You could get the next Josh Rosen.
Guess what? Instead of $55 million, we're going to give you Baker. How does zero sound?
You like zero? We drafted Sorsby in the 7th round of the supplemental draft. That's our guy.
Yeah, you want 110. We're thinking zero.
We're thinking zero.
We're thinking zero. And then lose. And then lose as much as you can.
Well, that becomes actually one of the more interesting stories in the NFL. I think Baker has, in general, been one of the more interesting stories in the NFL over the last few years, just as like a kind of casual, what's Tampa up to? He's in Carolina for a little bit and was not very good. What's Baker up to in Tampa? I think it's fun. He's fun to watch. I think he's a kind of a throwback gunslinger. A la, what did we say, 16 interceptions? He's a little bit of that. He's got a little bit of Favre in him. He's pretty exciting to watch. So I think I've always enjoyed him for that reason. But that will continue now this year because he's mad about his contract, and we'll see. Some guys really crumble with their contracts. Some guys really crumble when they don't have that guaranteed money. I don't blame him for wanting his cash either.
No, well, I mean, everybody wants cash, Ben.
Yeah.
But if you kicked in Nate's door and said, I want $750,000 a year, Nate's going to probably say, love you, Ben. But
How about zero?
I don't love you that much. Yeah. How does zero sound?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, and they point at the market for quarterbacks, which is a silly thing too, because the next mediocre quarterback who's up signs a huge deal because that's how it works, because they point at the market or whatever. But at some point, teams have to say, no, we're not going to do that. Like the Kyler Murray situation where they got their arm twisted into signing Kyler Murray to a huge deal. At some point, you got to be like, dude, you're not them.
Right.
So you're either going to settle for something reasonable because you're not that good, or we're going to look for the next thing.
Yep.
Because when you get saddled with the ridiculous quarterback,
Deshaun Watson, you're
in big trouble.
You're in jail.
And he even who the Ravens quarterback, Flacco. Flacco wins the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Cashes in big time after the Super Bowl. They have to cut the rest of the team. They did nothing from that point forward. What was that? Is that worth it? You know what I mean?
You don't usually see players speak as candidly as Baker did there publicly. And I like Baker, and I still think Tampa's probably right.
Yeah.
That's where I fall in the situation.
Team building.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yep. Yeah, very, very tough.
Tough.
And you can't always just be warm and cuddly because it's an easy story.
But the Bills may never win a Super Bowl with Josh Allen because they paid him too much. But Josh Allen is so good, it doesn't matter. You can't make that decision on somebody like Josh Allen, which maybe is a curse, honestly.
No, absolutely.
But with Baker Mayfield, that's an easier decision.
Yep.
And really, Sam Darnold proves the case.
Yep, absolutely right. And Sam Darnold, right or wrong, will encourage teams to try and go the Sam Darnold route. That will become a thing now. We were just talking about it with Brock Purdy. You get close with a guy who's good but not great because you can pay everybody else. People are going to look for more players a la Sam Darnold.
Where are you, Christian? What should the Bucs do?
I like Bake. It's hard.
Is his nickname Bake?
Baker. Yeah.
Do they call him Bake on the show?
Well, I do. We're friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Everyone
It's
who watches
tough.
the show calls him that.
It feels like $55 million is a lot, right?
It's a lot of money.
You bring up Sam Darnold. You know what he's making with Seattle? $33 million.
Yeah, right.
That's $20 million difference. That's a really good player
That's a
you can
great
add to your
player.
team. So
Oh, it's several players in the NFL.
Yeah.
You forget the quarterbacks make all the money. Everybody else is making like 8.
Yeah.
I'm with honestly, after they lose Mike Evans, I'm kind of leaning Jake's route where they say, "See you later, Baker," and then tank.
Yep. I don't think that's wrong. Again, I think what Tampa Bay is doing is right.
By slow playing him.
He's more so finishing piece guy, like Sam Darnold in Seattle. The rest of the team's good. You bring him in to be a good enough quarterback, not build around him quarterback.
Yep.
So I'm glad we're all in agreement. Cut Baker Mayfield today and lean into losing.
Find a team that needs a starter that wants to upgrade that can make the playoffs and trade him there.
And just fleece him.
See if you can get something back. See if you can get a second rounder.
Trade him to Arizona.
Okay. They've got Jacoby Brissett,
Shake him down.
right? I think he's their starting quarterback. They just also went through this with Jacoby.
He's great.
But he makes like $16 million. He makes nothing.
Yeah, and they're going nowhere. So they're
Yeah.
actually in the same place Tampa is, you know? Mm-hmm. So hate on Jacoby Brissett all you want, but he's going to win the same amount of playoff games as Baker is likely.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have more Jake and Ben coming up next. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
This is Jake Scott and Ben Anderson. Now, every day from 2 to 6 on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Jake and Ben, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. You can enter, or want to remind you about Win Ticket Wednesday. Your chance to win big on the Zone every single Wednesday. Coming up next week, 2 tickets to the Black Crows with special guest Whiskey Myers at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater on Thursday, August 13th. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Get your tickets today or listen to the KSL Sports Zone all day on Wednesday for your chance to win.
Great opportunity.
You going to go?
If I can.
The Black Crows? Have you seen them?
I met them. They used to play at Redview Garden when I worked there.
Oh, yeah?
People would just have to come through the visitor center. So I met Black Crows.
Did you get their autograph?
No, I was working. Kind of can't do that.
What is the best autograph that you have had?
That's an interesting question.
Christian, have you ever had any famous autographs?
Carlos Boozer.
Oh,
I saw him at the airport. I was
Okay.
like, I had to have been like 8. My brother said, "That's Carlos Boozer." I said, "No, it's not." And
Pretty
it was.
unique looking
It was,
person.
yeah.
I don't know. It's a very interesting question. I don't know if I have any like musicians or anything. I've got like some guitar picks that I like,
Okay. I've got.
which is memorabilia. It's kind of the same idea.
I've currently got and have had some really good ones.
Okay.
Mainly because of my mother.
Okay.
So, my mom owned and operated a headband company,
Sure.
like making tennis headbands.
Okay.
She would go to a trade show in Atlanta every year. And at the trade show, the big companies would have all their athletes there, and you could stand in line and get autographs. So the best ones, well, one, I do have a John Stockton autograph.
Okay,
I'm one of the few that, and it says to Jake on it, which
Oh, that's
is
fun.
which is pretty
Personalized.
cool. But I've got Ricky Henderson, Herschel Walker, Boomer Esiason.
I gave you an Andre Agassi signed tennis
You
ball.
did give me, which I have on my dresser.
Mm-hmm.
But the coolest one is she got me Arthur Ashe's autograph on the night he died.
Excuse me?
So he was supposed to go to this trade show and go to a party that night, and so he wasn't feeling well, and so he signed a stack of stuff that they handed out at the party.
Oh, because he was like, I'm not
I can't
gonna be able
make
to be
it.
there. And you have one of them.
And
Dang.
yeah,
It's a little grim.
But the best one that comes from my mother, but is not related to this. We found this in the basement, rolled up a giant poster of Steve McQueen.
Oh, very cool.
And it says on it, it's from The Great Escape, the poster from The Great Escape,
One
and
of
it
the better
says,
posters of all
and it
time.
says, "To Dari, with love, Steve McQueen."
That's great.
So we got it out of the basement, framed it, it's hanging on
very
the
cool.
wall.
You know what I have? I have a big poster of the band Devo, Whip It, yada, 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 signed by all the members of the band. And it's hanging in my living room. My wife got it for me for my birthday a couple of years ago from an estate sale locally. And Devo rule. I'm a Devo fan. So
Now, another one I got myself, and you're going to love this. Jeff Malone.
Hey, Jeff.
I don't know where it is,
Okay.
but it was getting onto a Delta flight, and he was on the flight because it was on a pack of Delta cards.
Oh, that's funny.
Because it was the only thing that I could find to have Jeff Malone autograph. But it's a pack of Delta cards signed by Jeff Malone, number 24.
Okay. Well, shout out Jeff.
I told you, he's my guy.
He is your guy. We did our ranking of the 50 greatest jazz players of all time, and you had him at 3, I think.
I had him a lot higher than he ended up. I'll tell you
I think
that
he
right
ended up
now.
at like 19, 18, somewhere in that range. You were furious.
Jeff would be
You
furious.
protested. I bet Jeff would be mad. No one else was.
Jeff Malone was a great basketball player.
Jeff Malone was an okay player.
I can't
and the best
remember.
thing he ever did was get traded for Jeff
I
Hornacek.
can't remember. I think you had Greg Foster or something ahead of him. I was just outrageous how low we had Jeff Malone.
Jeff Malone came in at number 28, behind Otag,
Outrageous.
Bojan Bogdanovic,
Oh, now you're just making me mad. We're back to Anger Friday.
Joe Ingles, Jordan Clarkson, Brian Russell, Al Jefferson, Derek Favors. Jeff Malone was literally not better than any of those players, and maybe he was better than Otag.
He was better than all of those players.
But Greg played 700 games. Jeff Malone played 279 games here.
Did
But he did average 18.5 points.
Did any of those players ever make an All-Star team?
Jeff Malone didn't make an All-Star team with the
Yes, he
Jazz.
did. It doesn't matter. He made an All-Star. It doesn't matter. I don't care, Jazz or not Jazz. Any of those players make an All-Star game.
No, I don't think so. You know what? You know who was better than Jeff Malone when he was here and is ranked below him? Matt Harpring. Matt was a better player than Jeff Malone.
You are a crazy person. Jeff Malone made two All-Star
With the
teams.
Bullets?
86 and 87.
Is that where he was with the Bullets?
Uh-huh.
Well, he was another one of the many disappointments in Jazz history of trying to find the third guy. And they traded him and actually finally found the third guy in Horning.
I agree. Jeff Malone was not better than Jeff Hornacek. Thank you, Ben. But he was a lot better than the clowns you just mentioned.
Probably had Chuck Robinson too low on this list. Now he was on some terrible teams.
How many points did Jordan Clarkson average in his best season with the Jazz?
20.5?
There's no way it was 20
Yeah, it
points.
was over 20. He had that one season where he averaged 20 points and 5 rebounds, or 20 points and 5 assists. Jordan Clarkson was a better player than Jeff Malone.
Oh, you are crazy.
Yeah.
You are
He
a
won Sixth Man of the
crazy. You are
Year.
a crazy person. Did he make the All-Star team?
Neither did Jeff Malone with the Utah Jazz.
Did Jordan Clarkson make the All-Star team ever?
Should Danny Manning be high on this list? Danny Manning made the All-Star team. He played for the Jazz.
Danny Manning was a better player than all those players you just listed off,
Not
too.
with the Jazz.
Overall, Danny Manning.
That's not what we're ranking. We're making Jazz players. Otherwise, yeah, some of these guys should have been number 4 on the list because they had better careers. Gail Goodrich should have been number 5 on this list. Hall of Famer. But Gail Goodrich is 35 on the list because he wasn't good when he was with the Jazz. In fact, he cost them Magic Johnson. So he should get hurt even further for that. We're going to have to upgrade the
Was
back end of
Jordan
this.
Clarkson ever the third option on a playoff team?
Was he the third leading scorer on the
I didn't say
Jazz's
third.
option?
I didn't say leading scorer.
It's
I
kinda
didn't
what the
say
third option
I
is.
didn't say selfish player off the bench. I said the third best player on a playoff team ever in his career. The answer, no.
No, probably not.
Was Jeff Malone ever the third best player on a playoff team?
Probably.
Absolutely yes.
Jordan Clarkson was the seventh man on a championship team.
To call him the seventh man on the Knicks is ludicrous. Like the 11th man on a championship team. Bobby Hansen was more important to the Bulls in the 90s than Jordan Clarkson was to this year's New York Knicks.
Jordan Clarkson averaged the 9th most minutes, to your point. But let me look at total minutes played. Jordan Clarkson played the 6th most minutes for the Knicks this year.
That means nothing in the
Well,
modern
I don't
NBA.
know. Kind of important. Played a lot.
Yeah, what were the injuries? Who was hurt? Who was playing? Who was not?
Right, he was on the floor a lot for a team that won the title.
VHT played a ton of regular season minutes.
I think
That
Jordan was
doesn't mean
even
anything
on
to
the
me.
team here when we voted him. And I think Jordan's numbers probably only got better because they went up after we did this ranking because he had those big years late when he's putting up big numbers.
Big numbers.
Yeah, 20 points a game. More than Jeff. More than Big Jeff Malone. So, anyway. Jeff Malone, I get that you have his autograph, was not a good player for the Utah Jazz. Ever.
Scored 20 points a game.
Didn't matter. Didn't help them win enough.
You just do not remember
I do.
Jeff Malone.
Again, the best thing they ever did was trade him. Quite literally, his best move ever was trading him.
Incorrect.
They got Jeff Hornacek back for him.
So again, Ben, you're back to the point that, wow, Jeff Hornacek was better than Jeff Malone. You don't say.
The best thing they ever did
You
was
don't
move
say.
off of Jeff Malone, who was largely a disappointment for the Utah Jazz. Let's see. Jordan Clarkson's best year with the Utah Jazz, if we really want to get into this conversation. Jordan averaged with the Jazz 20.8 points. Jeff Malone's best year with the Jazz was 20.2 points.
Jeff Malone in 91-92 had 16 playoff games in that 1 year and averaged 21 points a game in those 16 playoff games. Failure. Give me a break.
I didn't say it was a failure.
Give me a break.
I never said he was a failure. I just said I don't think he's better than Jordan Clarkson. Which is fine.
Well,
We
you
had
would
him
be
top
wrong.
30.
You would be wrong.
We had him top 30, and I think that's right where he belongs. You can be on the Jeff Malone bandwagon.
I have no idea why you're on the Jordan Clarkson bandwagon.
It's just as authentic as the Jeff Malone bandwagon.
Meaning what?
That I'm not sure either of us has a great argument, other than Jordan was here for, 7 years? And Jeff Malone was for 3? Right?
And?
Well, if you're talking about all-time rankings, which is where the top 50 came up.
So the longevity is what Jordan Clarkson has?
Yeah, certainly helps. You know, Truck Robinson would be higher, but he only played here for like a year and a half. Truck Robinson averaged like 24 points and 15 rebounds. So yeah, games played absolutely matters when you're talking about longevity, or longevity when you're talking about someone's legacy or how good they were for an organization. No question.
I'm going to stand here for this Jeff Malone slander again. This is bringing back up all the old anger that I had before.
Apparently.
All right, more next. 4 o'clock hour coming up. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.